happened back in the 70s, and you know, when the Mexicans was moving to predominant black areas?
They wasn't, bro. First of all, they would come there. Wasn't nobody even thinking about them. They didn't have no numbers like that. We wasn't worried about them like that. You get what I'm saying? In the 70s and 80s, it wasn't really that many of them like that. You see what I'm saying? Like we was doing our thing, they was doing their thing. They was wearing, you know, they daughters was wearing the church dresses with the tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? And they sons was wearing the sweatpants with the church shoes, trying to play basketball in church shoes. You know, they mamas and daddies was driving the cars that had the chickens and the bulls on the side of them. We wasn't fooling with them like that. They wasn't fooling with us. We wasn't fooling with them. We really wasn't thinking about them.
And look, was we attacking them for moving in our neighborhoods?
No, we was not. Wasn't nobody think. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't get this constant. This victimhood mentality, just like that boy dumb shit Dubs was talking about. Oh, well, Ice Cube was a fake gangster and everybody loved him, but nobody liked Lefty because he's Mexican. Man, shut the hell up with all that bullshit. Didn't that sound like some crybaby shit? See, what I'm saying is, to me, because they moving like white people, they trying to use all these excuses now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, you know, black people, that man, get up out of here. We wasn't in no position to do nothing to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came over here with nothing. So what the hell we need? What we want to mess with you for? By the time y'all started coming over here, we was already selling dope. We was already doing what we was doing. Y'all came over here and wanted to get in on what we was doing. It wasn't the other way around. We was already doing what we were doing. Okay, soon as y'all come over here, who did y'all start to assimilate? Who did y'all start to dress like? Who did y'all start to talk like? Who did y'all start to act like? You remember back in the day, see, again, I know they hate to hear it, but your people was telling you, why are you acting black? Wasn't nobody telling us why we acting Latino. They started listening to your lingo. They started looking at how y'all was dressing now. Y'all started dressing, talking, and acting like us. That's exactly what happened. And all you little young ass ones, if you wasn't here, shut up. You can't tell me nothing. You wasn't there. By the time you were born, y'all had already bit our style. And that's all y'all really doing. Like I said, what did Dubs say? Oh, when Ice Cube do it, nah, see, y'all want to do everything we do. And when you don't get the same level of success, now y'all want to start crying. Now y'all want to act like some little crybabies and holler racism.
But Lefty,
do y'all holler
racism? Though, Biggie, Lefty doesn't have talent. Rap requires a talent, and Lefty don't have the talent. Ice Cube was dope. I don't care if you didn't like black people. You're gonna listen to that stuff Cube was doing, like, whoa, that brother got skills. Not only was he lyrical with it, he was painting visuals in your head by telling these stories, and it was lyrical. The man was a lyrical genius. So Ice Cube was great at what he did. He was great at writing his own lyrics and putting that pen to the pad. Lefty don't have that skill set. And
yeah, but I'm saying, Red,
go ahead, bro.
But get our meat out your mouth, though. Like, because you don't have no success, get our meat out. Every time something don't go our way, go their way, they always got to stick our dick in their mouth. Well, black people, nah, bro. Why do y'all always have to use us as an excuse for what you can and what you can't do? You know, he keeps telling everybody hates Mexicans. Well, stay your ass at home then. They apparently don't like you in your homeland either, nigga. It's always an excuse.
Hey, Big E, you know King Tone, the former leader of the Latin Kings?
Nah, I don't know none. I don't.
All right. Well, look, but anyway, they asked him, he Puerto Rican and he grew up in New York, and they was asking him, they was like, well, if Latinos is there, how come you guys ain't never really had no success in the rap game? You know what he said? Well, that's because, blacks opened the door for hip hop and closed it on us. They never gave us an opportunity. Blacks was the gatekeepers of hip hop. Even though we was there with blacks in the beginning, blacks shut the door on us and then let us advance in hip hop. So he's basically saying that we kept them out of hip hop. That's why you don't have successful Latino artists. My opinion on that is their music just wasn't good, bro. Everything Latinos did was a carbon copy of black. So they didn't have nothing original that they brought to hip hop. That's why their music never caught on like that. But he said we was very welcoming and friendly. In my opinion, if their music was good, we would have listened to it.
Well, that's another excuse, Red. See, this is what I'm saying about them acting like women on their period. Now, we talking about where it came from. Now, again, you'll hear a whole lot of them say, oh, well, white people control it. Okay, well, okay, do white people control it or we control it? So if you was never able to break into the industry, that means the people controlling it didn't like your music.
Bingo, bingo. Bingo.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? Because you hear them, oh, y'all don't even control rap music. Okay, but then when you don't have no success in it, now all of a sudden we do. Right. You see, this what I'm saying, Red, it's always going to be an excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's always an excuse. You didn't do good in rap music because you wasn't good at it. You was too busy trying to tell black people's story instead of telling your own story. You didn't want to tell the people how your people fled from your homeland. Instead, you want to talk like y'all was already over here and doing what we was already doing. You tried to tell stories off of our struggle instead of your struggle. Y'all wasn't on no plantations with us. Y'all didn't have to deal with the things that our ancestors was dealing with over here, which was chattel slavery. Okay, so a lot of our stories came from our pain. Okay, y'all are trying to bite our stories. Why don't you write about how your people ran across that border? Why don't you write about how your people came across that dry ass river? Because that's what your history is. Your history don't have, but you trying to sound like us, and everybody already knows you not us. So now what you want to do? Make up another excuse. Oh, blacks close the door. On one hand, we don't control it, Red, but then when it comes to them, we control it enough to keep them out. Damn the fact that their music was whack. You just heard Dubs. Oh, nobody like Lefty because he's Mexican. Damn the fact that he can't rap. Damn the fact that that shit is whack. Damn the fact that he lied about his prison, whatever his story is. Damn all that. Dubs just feel like, well, since Ice Cube wasn't a real gangster and he was black, we supposed to feel the same way about Lefty, but since he's a Mexican and he lied about all his shit, that's just racism. See, it's always going to be an excuse.
Well, shit, Biggie, Lefty even lied about being Mexican. He told everybody he was a Mexican. Come to find out, his daddy white and his mom
exactly. Exactly. So you know what I'm saying, Red? This is the shit that I'm saying. This, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to be an excuse. See what I'm saying? It's like they just crying. Fat Joe, what he doing? Crying. Everybody that was behind him is crying because all that shit wasn't true. Now what they out here, everybody is crying because it's like, well, blacks did it. We should be able to do it and be accepted. But since you couldn't do it and it's not accepted, now let's start crying about it. Now let's say how racist blacks are. Even though they go to jail, they hook up with the racist people. Even though they went and joined the racist police force and even joined more racist or formed more racist gangs within the police force. You don't see us writing Mexican killer on the wall, but you see them writing nigger killer on the wall.
And the Puerto Ricans in New York, Biggie, if you talk to a lot of the brothers in New York, they would tell you in the 70s and 60s, the Puerto Ricans they had swastikas on their jackets. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh,
calling
this
us
what I'm saying.
Morenos and Cocolos.
Right. So but they putting that on us. You get what I'm saying? They got to put it on us because they didn't have the same amount of success doing the. See, they burned all our stuff down that we was building. They had the government. You see it today. They giving them handouts, and they still crying about it. You can come over here and get free home loans. You getting all kind of money on EBT cards. They giving y'all jobs. They even giving y'all under the table jobs, and y'all still bitching and moaning. Like, goddamn, y'all can't do none of this where you come from. And then when you get the stuff over here, you remember, Red, some of them immigrants in Chicago, they was complaining about the damn, they was complaining about their living arrangements, this, that, and the third, but y'all was just homeless. You just ran out. You just ran from your country. Apparently you didn't have nothing. Now you want to come over here and start complaining. And then instead of them, again, getting at the colonizer, you want to get at black people. And it's like, well, once again, make up y'all damn mind. Did we keep what we running, what we controlling hip hop or not? One minute you say we had control,
because like you said, Biggie, you can't say, oh well, white people control it, but then when you're not successful in it, it's because blacks kept us out. Nah,
correct?
man, you can't use that argument. Let me bring up
Yeah, hey, look, Red, I got to get back because it's about up. Like I told you, I got this promotion, so I'm doing this management training.
All right.
So I
Well,
just
shit, do
took
your
that
thing,
few
bro.
minutes to come up here and talk.
All right,
Y'all
well,
have
tap
a
in when
safe
you ready.
new year.
All right, well, blessings to you, bro. Sure. All right, Shay, you got it, man.
Shay and Chroma, Jesse Paris, coming from the Mile High Income City. We got the same shit going on here in Denver.
Oh man, put us up on game about Denver. I would love to hear that.
Okay, so we got our own version of the Rolling 60 Crips, which I'm a part of out here in Denver. And we've been at a war with this essay gang for like 20 years called the Odies. We call them the Smodies. And they done moved into the west side, and then all the west side little OG Bloods over there, we've been funking with them too for decades as well. It's a lot of gang warfare between so-called black and brown out here, but they try to downplay it, like he was saying, like he got cats that talk about prison, they talk about gang life, but they're not talking about the ongoing war that's happening against FBA out here all over this country. You like one of the few, and myself, because I got my own platform too, Frontline Black News.
Okay.
But yeah, I got shanked up by them mugs back in 09. So the shit is real. And it was some scraps too, the Serenials. They did it, and they tried to kill me because I was black.
Yeah, bro. So I kind of had a feeling because Denver is still out west. So I already kind of knew, like I never heard about it, but I was pretty sure like it exists. I never really heard people talk about it, but I'm pretty sure it goes down. If you got Serenos there and they got numbers, you're gonna have some of those similar issues.
Yep, and we do. They're mainly on the south side and the west side of town, though. We don't really see.
Okay. What about do they have like? What about like I heard one thing I did hear about Denver is like they got homegrown Mexican gangs that are not Serenos. Is that true?
Yes.
Do they? How's their relationship with the Serenos?
Shit, in the pen they link up, and like you said, they link up with the damn Aryan Brotherhood. So
yeah,
they ride. Okay, Park Hill's in the building. I'm east side. I'm in Park Hill right now, though. I see somebody in the chat say shout out Park Hill. Yeah, I'm right there right now. But I'm from the east side, commonly referred to as the Crip side. We got a whole street called Colorado Boulevard. It was the borderline between Crip and Blood. So I grew up in all of that. I grew up in the suburban violence, all that. Like I'm a real thoroughbred native of Denver, but all my family's from back east, like Chicago.
Okay. What about Norteños? Y'all got Norteños out there?
Yep, we got Northsiders. Yep. They mostly on the north side. That should been all gentrified though. Like they started.
How was their relationship with the blacks out there?
Not so bad. It still happens, still goes on. But I used to work for a moving company, and one of the owners, he was there, Nathaniel. And
is it better? Would you say y'all relationship with the Northerners is better than the Serenos?
I mean, it's like half and half. It all depends.
Half and half. Okay.
I went to school with some Serenos, and I was cool with them then. But after I got shanked up, I'm definitely not cool with them no more. And for the Nathaniels, they stay in these projects over on the north side called the Sunny Side. And that's like all Nathaniel, Terra, NSM, Northside Mafia. But there's some Crips over there too, the OGCs. They out there too. So it's been some like black and brown mixture throughout Denver. Like where I'm from, Curtis Park, 5 Points, East Side. There's been essays over there at Curtis Park. They renamed it Mestizos Curtis Park. But in the 70s and 80s, it was all black. They tore down the projects over there, the brick cities. And it's been all gentrified too. Like they started on the north side though.
Yeah. What about the Venezuelans, man? Was that just in Aurora, or were they kind of sprinkled in Denver too?
I mean, you see them in Denver, like washing windshields, but they mainly in Aurora. All the illegals is in Aurora, and Aurora is not a sanctuary city. So ICE just rounded up a whole bunch of them that just pulled a kidnapping at them same projects Mose was talking about. Wasn't nothing going down at the Laurie West. Yeah, because it used to be a base and they turned it into a campus. Yeah, it used to be an Army's base.
Okay. Damn, man, that's cool, man. To give us some history about Denver, because a lot of people don't be knowing about Denver and what's really going on out there, man. So I appreciate you. What's your what's your name of your channel?
Frontline Black News. I put the information in the private chat.
All right, cool, bro. We're gonna definitely rock with you, man. You know, you're welcome to speak your piece anytime, man. I'm gonna bring up my go ahead. I'm gonna let you give your last word, and I'm gonna pass it to Street Media.
All right, bet. All right, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook, and the Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook. We were on Blog Talk Radio for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, but Blog Talk Radio just got absorbed by Spreaker. So you won't be able to find us there no more. But yeah, we still gonna be streaming on YouTube. So check us out. Denver, Colorado in the house, East Side, Northeast. I just ran for the whole district too, the whole Northeast. That's where the mainly Black folks is at. Like we have a historical district called the 5 Points, and we have to fight for that. So the war is on, the war is real, and we got to gatekeep our shit. Appreciate you giving me the time.
All right, brother, for sure. Anytime, man. We gonna link for sure. Street Media, you got it, my brother.
What's going on, man? I'm gonna be brief. I got a question, right? For you and everybody in the chat that's watching, right? For all the stuff that we teach. Name one group outside of Black Americans. I don't care if they Black. Maybe some South Africans with Stephen Biko, right? Because not even Mandela with what he said, right? Name one group from around the world that for all humanity of rights for everybody, and for it to get laws put on the books for everybody. Name one group outside of Black Americans and maybe the Haitians after the Haitian Revolution. Name one. I'll wait. I want to hear it. I want to hear who for it other than fighting for their own group. Who for everybody? One group, one ethnic group, one tribal name, anybody. Because if we can say none, then the people that said fall here is us. Because if we can articulate this and we know it still ain't enough. Like my brother came up, and I would advise my brother, because the social media is full with feds and everything. I wouldn't come up and say I'm affiliated with a gang. They get you in a gang file, and man, next thing you know, the stuff we say online, they come get you, man. Like we gotta tighten our shit up, man. We gotta tighten up our stuff, because we know we ain't got no friends. No matter how much we argue with each other, no matter how much we want to say we wrong, listen, when we understand who we are, we know we ain't got no friends. No other, listen, when the Jamaicans is doing, the people in the Caribbean is doing CARICOM, they don't mention us. The Mexicans, we saw videos of the Mexicans in the 60s saying that they wasn't a part of what we was doing. They was trying to be white and trying to be a part of what the white structure was doing. They wasn't rocking with us. Independence wasn't for us. Those African countries, when they got their independence in the 60s, they didn't say Black Americans come here and you get free citizenship. So once we know all that, what's stopping us from unifying? Why are we still gangbanging on the West Coast? Why are we still fighting each other on the East Coast?
I know.
Why? See, because if you can tell me this, I can't blame the Mexicans. I can't blame these other Black groups that don't like us. It's our fault. And until we take responsibility and say, you know what? Listen, there's a lot of F shit going on online. I'm not going to partake in that no more. I'm not going to partake in the gender war no more. I'm not going to because you teach people how to treat you, bro. You teach people how to treat you. When they see us disrespecting each other, it gives them carte blanche and room to open up the door to just come in and disrespect us. We got to put a fence around our shit and say nobody else coming in. But the only way you got to do that is to have a unified mind. Those groups come in and disrespect us because they see us doing it. And outside of the gangbangers, even the educated class, the ones with the know-how, they amongst our group don't like each other and don't want to get along and build. So when I came on some time ago and I said FBA is not just a lineage, it's a culture, it's a lifestyle, it's a practice. Remember when we were young? Because all of us families come from the South. Remember, where if you go down, where you got family in the South, right?
You say?
You got family in the South?
Oh yeah, all over the South. Birmingham,
Yeah,
you know,
man,
Georgia.
got family in the South.
And you ride on the road and you see elders or people on the porch. What do they do when you ride by, Red?
Oh, they wave at you.
They wave at you, right?
Yeah.
That's part of our culture. That's who we were until we moved into these concrete jungles and start taking on the animalistic behavior of the Europeans that was living here before us. They make movies about it. They was the first bootleggers, the first gangsters. They did the first drive-bys. They sold the booze, the heroin, and the weed, and they reversed it and made you think that you was the niggas. And we behave like it now. When you go down south, that wasn't who we are. So all I'm saying is this: we can talk all day until we blue in the face, until we make FBA a culture and a lifestyle. Other groups is not going to respect us. We have to put a fence around our culture and say, y'all niggas ain't in, because we fought for everybody. Malcolm X became one of the greatest. Marcus Garvey became one of the greatest leaders in Black America because we opened up our arms and allowed him in. His own country wouldn't allow him to flourish. We opened up that door. Minister Farrakhan is one of the greatest leaders because we opened up the door and loved him and let him in. We didn't care that he came from another island. He was our people. Stokely Carmichael, who coined the term Black Power, that was our brother. He was our people. So what I'm saying is, all those groups, we fought for all those groups. We sacrificed for everybody because we wanted them to come over here so we can get our numbers up. Those countries didn't do all that for us. We did it. So have some integrity and some pride of what your grandparents did. Put some respect on your grandparents' name by unifying the day. All the things that your grandparents did for us, the best thing, the greatest gift we can give them is to create and make FBA a culture and a lifestyle now and start living by that culture that they laid for us. So no more gang banging, no more gender war. If niggas want to gang bang, if they want a gender war, if they want to be against each other, we got to be set apart from them. Because when people see FBA, they got to say that them black people over there not playing.
Right.
They ain't playing. They're not a part of none of that fuck shit that we doing. And until we do that, nothing's going to change.
Yeah. Shit, I agree with your street media. Let me bring up Six. Six, what it do, bro? Where you from?
What's up, brother, man? I'm calling from Denver, man.
Oh, man. Shit, glad to get some more Denver representation up here.
Yeah, man. I'm originally from.
Hold on, you think you broke up, bro? You still there, bro? Because I heard you for a minute and you kind of broke up.
Yeah, he breaking up.
Yeah, go ahead, Six. I don't know, man. Anybody, shit, whoever wanted to say something, you got it, because I think he broke up.
Shit,
His
like
connection went out.
The war is on, no matter where you at. The name of this game is fight where you at. We at war, wherever we at. FBA versus everybody. And like you said, we got a majority of our family from the South. Hence why we FBA. And we amalgamated with the original people that was already here. And then some of the Africans that was brought over here. Period, point blank, period. We've been here longer than anybody. We the only non-immigrant in this country. So we need to take advantage of that and use it to our advantage as a people to get our liberation. Reparations is just a piece of it. But they need to pay what they owe, cut the goddamn check. We're not caping for you other groups. The cape been off for 6 years. We're not caping for y'all, so y'all can hold your own nuts. FBA gonna do what we gotta do. Y'all need to stay the hell up out of FBA's business and do you. Period.
Yeah. That's a fact. I think like street media was saying, like I give these gang examples to show you that Mexicans gang bang like us too. But I told you when the Crips was in Boyle Heights, when the Crips is over there in Boyle Heights, how the Mexicans all came together to go against them. You know what I mean? But then I gave another example of how a gang on the west side of LA, the Gear Gang Crips, they got into it with the 18th Streets. They went in with 18th Street by themselves, and none of the surrounding Crips was like, okay, that's between you and the Gears. The other Crips stayed up out of there. You had 5 other Crip sets in the area, but they said, nah. And Gear Gang is a small ass gang. It's one of the smallest Crip gangs in LA. 18th Street is the biggest Mexican gang in LA. So you had a small ass Crip gang going up a very large Mexican gang with multiple subsets, and none of the surrounding Crips helped them. That's a lack of black unity. In East LA, none of those Mexican gangs got along. But when it came to blacks, they say, oh no, we got to all get on these blacks' helmet. We got to all get on these blacks. So that's a sign of Chicano unity. That's the difference.
And think of this, Red. On the East Coast, for the most, well, not New York is half and half, but in Philly, we got along with the Puerto Ricans, right? We don't war with the Puerto Ricans at all. We always got along with them, right? But as these Latinos start coming in and getting their numbers up, that don't mean it's going to remain that way, because it's always cool when you outnumber them.
Exactly.
And they up under you. So, and in New York, it was back and forth. They didn't get along. It was different in Philly, but in New York and Jersey, they had their issues. So, because when you come to the East Coast, man, it's a hardcore black corridor. DC, Chocolate City, Baltimore, Chocolate City, Philadelphia, Chocolate City. So we didn't really have a large, well, Philadelphia does have a large influx of Latinos, but they live in one section of the city because the city's huge. So, but it's been black people, but now you're starting to get them everywhere. So, and listen, man, we gotta really like tighten up. And I want y'all to understand something from a psychological perspective, man. A lot of times, I'm gonna stop saying that black people don't love each other, because we do. This is the problem, Red. Where you live at, my brother live at out there in Colorado, where I'm at, right in a black city. When we get up every day to put our clothes on and go outside, we don't own the community. If there is nothing that we have that connects us together to develop our lives and push our culture forward, we got to go outside of ourselves to get everything we need: food, clothes, shelter, nothing. We don't go to each other where our lives depend on each other for it. And that's why we don't stick together. That's why if you look at the gangs, a lot of times, not all, but a lot of the gangs don't care about the black community. They care about their gang, because they live and die with each other. In the community, we don't live and die with each other because our lifestyle ain't predicated on each other to advance us forward. We got to go outside, inside our households. A lot of times, what do you provide for your woman but dick? Anything else, you got to go outside of you to get it, and vice versa. They know this. They created this. Black dysfunction is profitable. So they created this dysfunction. So a lot of times when we talking this B1 pro-black stuff, a lot of times our people can't see it. But when you go into your communities, which is a marketplace that's worth billions of dollars, we don't control it or own it. So we giving away everything to everybody else, so we don't see the relevance in each other. And that's the problem. So that's why you can be in LA and the blacks now be a small portion of the population, but it's still not enough to wake them up against to know that they have to defend each other, because we've been conditioned to be against each other, because for years since we've been growing up. Go outside of your community. Somebody says that's untrue, but I'm not dealing with stupidity. Go outside of your community and show me what we own as a group, where we can say that the economics is being brought back and benefiting us, that's developing us. No, we got to go outside of ourselves. That takes a psychological effect on the way that we operate towards each other. And that's the thing that they said. If you take away their cultural integrity, you will destroy their communities. They told us this. Lyndon B. Johnson said this. Madison Grant said this. If you take away everything, if you take away their superheroes and their black leaders or anything that they would use to affront us, they would listen to us and they would destroy themselves. And to this day, we still do it. So if you go out to the corner store, it's not black. You go up to buy some clothes, it's not black. You go out to the insurance company, for the most part, anything we do, we don't see faces that look like us. And that translates into us not seeing the relevance in each other. So that's why I'm saying, if you want to be FBA, it has to become a lifestyle. It has to become a cultural change, because our dysfunction can no longer be profitable for everybody else outside of us. And until we change that in a system of capitalism, nothing is going to change. I land my plane there.
Yeah, man. And shit, man. I'm gonna get ready and shit. I think we didn't pretty much said everything that needed to be said, but like I speak to my LA brothers, man. All you Crips on the West Side, so we cool with 18th Street. 18th Street wouldn't let you go to Pico Union and start a Crip set over there, but you allow 18th Street to go to war with a Crip set in West LA, and none of the surrounding Crips helped them. That's weakness. That's a lack of black unity. The moment they start, and they shot a few innocent people that wasn't even gangbangers over there. That's all the Crips on the West Side should have said, okay, this is a black thing now, because we know damn well y'all won't let us come to Pico Union and set up shop and start a Crip gang over there. But see, when you lack racial pride, you let bullshit like that slide. And until these people know that, hey, we all united and we ain't gonna stand for it, they would never even try to bring no bullshit like that to the black community, because we'd be too strong and too united. They would know that. So that's our fault for allowing a group of people to come to our community, knowing damn well they wouldn't be welcoming to us in their community. That's all I'm saying, people. I'm not preaching hatred. I'm not promoting violence. I'm telling my people to wake up and protect your community the same way these outside groups protect their communities. Wake up, my brothers. Hey, look, man, peace, love, and blessings. I appreciate everybody for supporting the Cash App today. I appreciate everybody. And make sure that you guys bless that like button. Tell a friend that's going to tell a friend about this channel. We give you guys the real Los Angeles history. We're not going to sit around and talk about black on black gangbanging all day. We're not going to make 100 videos about Whack 100. We're not going to make 100 videos about No Jumper. I talk about shit that's really important. No Jumper is full of gossip and drama, and they don't talk about shit that's important. You know, no drama is here to no drama. It's a lot of drama. No Jumper is here to give you your daily fix of gossip and black on black drama. And they fuel that shit every day. Can I get mad at Adam 22? No, Adam 22 is only giving the people what they want. So why would I make videos talking crazy about Adam when literally Adam is just giving the people what they want? You want to hear about Big U. You want to hear gossip about Whack 100 all day. So he gives you what you're asking for. He feeds you the food that you beg for. So at what point do I get mad at Adam? At what point do I get mad at Vlad TV when you guys continue to feed those channels this gossip? And you guys love hearing that gossip, so that's what they put out. It's called supply and demand. You guys demand drama and gossip, and he supplies that for you every day. You did. Peace, love, and blessings, giving you gain to keep you from stressing. You niggas need to get on code, man. You niggas need to get on code, man. You know, it's sad a lot of you guys ain't gonna get on code. A lot of you niggas still like Charleston White. Charleston White made videos saying that he hopes that somebody would R-word somebody's little child, hoping somebody would R-word somebody's little daughter. And you guys got the nerve to repeat something that Charleston White said as if Charleston White is some type of honorable individual. You people like garbage. You people like complete garbage, and that's why they continue to feed it to you. You niggas like that garbage. That's why you got a Charleston White. That's why you got all these platforms that don't do nothing but spew negativity and bullshit, because you guys love it, so they continue to feed it to you. Our people, we're part of the problem. Look at the type of content that we seek all day. Look at the type of content that we're entertained by. And you wonder why these platforms only feed us bullshit. You wonder why. You're part of the problem, but you don't want to realize it. What's the purpose in making videos about Vlad TV and Adam 22 when black people love that shit and they're going to continue to support it? So what's the purpose of getting mad at Adam or Vlad when you people beg for the bullshit that they sell you every day? And you go to these channels to talk about black dysfunction. You guys go to these platforms willingly to talk about negative, degenerate bullshit every day. So do we get mad at Adam? Do we get mad at Vlad TV? Or do we get mad at the niggas who continue to perpetuate and support this nonsense? Anyway, man, make sure that you guys like the content. Peace, love, and blessings. Giving you gain to keep you from stress, and I'm up out of here, man. I'm gone. You got to put black first. Y'all got to learn to put black first. And if you don't do that, then stop complaining about what's happening.